Aha, here I am.
Davis, do you comment or not?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Opjes en vrouwen commentating.
We have to comment, Mimu. So if you don't comment, go away.
Miro's here just to hear.
Okay, yeah, to
He
hear.
said he wants to enjoy this, me and vrouwen. Me and you commentating.
Mm-hmm.
I just did a great stream of 1.5 minutes.
You know, tomorrow we are in the same group.
Yeah, we are in the same group tomorrow. I think
So
to be fair,
who will host, me or you?
What did he say?
Do you want to host or you let me do it?
Host? What host?
Do you want to host or not?
Host.
Host.
Host. Oh, to host. I'm gonna stream, so I prefer not to.
Okay, so we host.
But
Okay.
as long as you don't go eat, don't go to eat. That's, but yeah, I think to be fair, we have a pretty easy group tomorrow. Hey, for fuck's sakes, we have a pretty easy group tomorrow, so I'll count on the 1, 2.
Well, I'm afraid because I got eliminated in the first round of classics. So the problem is the level is very, very, very low, but too low to understand how much is wrong.
Mhm.
And maybe classics was the problem is could be too much noobs that relay every time. This is the first
Yeah,
problem.
okay, yeah, it's of course it's annoying, but I think we just have to. Wait a moment.
Yesterday in the Cobble Base,
It's just the thing that those guys, I won't call them noobs, just more like beginners, are scared to make the race, and scared to lose, so they try to ride defensive, and then you get lobbies like that.
we watch in the stream.
It's annoying, but that just happens. We don't need to let them make friends, but yeah.
Oh, because
We don't need to insult them, okay? Like
you want to do you want to ban him of ban? You want to make a ban to players that never played in multi in competition like the World Championship. Okay. So the race of today. Okay, I do a little bit of comment because for
we need to keep on topic. Hey, go, Frabo, go.
Okay, so the race today is I think very, very, very up. Two very difficult mountain stages, difficult TTT, TTT, and for last stage we have an hill stage. So, what do you think? Do you think there will be immediately gaps in the TTT or not? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a really hard TTT. A very good choice of the organizers, because this TTT is not 99, but you really have to have a tactic, because the slope uphill might not be big, but it's really important, and it can make a big difference. So, for fuck's sake, my father is screaming on the background, but sorry for that. I was saying that it's pretty good, and that can be
more spectacular for the streamers. For the
yeah. I think Mea's. I wonder how Mea's thinking right now. Oh, we have Appie's father on the background. Amazing for the stream. What a quality. But what I wanted to say is that it's just who survives the best and who does the best. time, because you can easily drop one of your riders and then lose a lot of time. So I think this TTT is really important. Yeah, the tryharders, of course, will have an advantage. But
too much tryhard for this World Championship. Too much tryhard.
Mhm.
I think a good time should be under 30 minutes is a good time.
We did that on the national championships of the Netherlands and Belgium.
What is your best time, Hapes?
I don't know. I didn't. I don't know what my best time was. I'm just trying to just.
Best time was, I say you and me in a second, 29 and 32.
Well, that's not bad. But I don't know precisely what I had.
With wind, with 2 of wind. Okay.
Yeah, I just I just did 3 TTTs. Just wanted to know first, just to look for a tactic. But stay on topic with the group of tonight. We have.
I also have to watch the stream, to watch the comments. A too difficult job, this stream.
That's right. We have, of course, Davi, big player, of course. We have Guillermo, Sheldon Barrow, Shadow, Adox, does Gentleman Jigta play? I don't know. Lapuya, Eddie Garcia, and Pierre. So it's not a worse group, so I'll expect something.
Okay, they started this already.
Yeah, they started already. And may I press 5, please? Oh, sorry.
Edox. Hey, look at the strategy of Edox. Started immediately with a bad strategy.
Yeah, he's a good strategy. I don't know what he does. But I don't think they really try hard.
I'm watching. I'm scaring what I'm watching. About what I'm watching.
What does he do? I don't know. Adox is not. I think he's not paying attention because they are. I think they are all really on 70 and just on the 10. But what I wanted to say, Adox does not really like TTs, ITTs or TTTs. So I think he just does something, and he didn't try hard on it. I don't expect a lot from it.
I don't think it's a problem of tryharding here. Losing, being doubled already after 5k case is not a problem of tryharding. It's a problem of another problem, mental problems. I think it's impossible being doubled after 5k kilometers. I think.
Yeah, I think it's done. Yeah, he also says it in chat. I've never played TT because he hates it. But Elix, of course, is a big track player and a very well known and good player. But he's not really a guy of the road. But yeah, I think he just wants to see how far he can come. He did not play bad the last times. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I think the time of if I have to see a thing, the time of Pierre is not so good. I think David will do better than him.
I think everyone is on the same strategy.
They are starting to throw.
Yeah, a lot of people on the same strategy. Look at this. 0, 0, 1, 1. It is all on the same time nearly. But it will depend on the final climb, and I think that's why City is TTT.
No, they are not. What the fuck David was doing? We are
going for a different tactic or not? No, he's also 1 second. And we will have Davi, and he will have the 6.
He's trying always something different.
So it's a really close between.
We first ever, we have.
Oh,
yeah, what the fuck Pierre is doing?
Yeah, he fucked it here. So I think
with this style, I think it will cost more or less 5 minutes, no, 5 minutes not, but 2 minutes of course.
I think you always still have a chance, so you need to get KOM, sprint, and
more than 5 minutes. No,
yeah,
2 or 3 minutes it will cost.
It will be really hard. And I think Adox even is gonna do better than Pierre. Or not. Yeah, he failed also. He wanted to go too fast. So he will have with 4. Also
Guillermo attacked him. Hit 29 and 55.
Also, Shadow doesn't
55 voor Guilherme.
really make it. So it seems
Also Shadow vaker dit.
Still need to wait till Tratnik. Oh, yeah.
Want to see
There comes Shadow.
Denver.
Really good.
Very good time for Denver.
Second.
No.
40 seconds. Then we have Lapunya, Russian player. Let's see.
I don't want to do the pro player, but they are doing it so bad times.
He kept the train. And
they are doing the bad times. I think David could fuck them. Imagine it.
David, great.
I was completely sure for David winning them. GG for David. Of course, we still have Mia there.
Mia going for the top time. I want to say, you see a really good job. And I think it's most important in this TTT to survive with all your riders and don't lose too much time. So I think Dembera and Lapuya played mostly on safe.
We have a special commentator here. I think not a special commentator. The biggest commentator ever of PCM, Gifiti.
Yes.
Hello everyone, and good night.
Oh, there's Gifiti. Hello.
Hello Appius. Hello Frabo.
Hi.
I see that we have a beautiful team of commentators tonight.
This is beautiful, Appius and Frabo commentating. But as we see on the podium, Davi won the first stage.
I think we have a fourth commentator. We have a fourth commentator here, the father of Appius, right?
Beautiful result by Davi then. You take 7 seconds on Guilherme and more than 20 in Dembere. A very good time from Lapulia, apparently, and a terrible time by Edox, for example, right?
Yeah, was not paying attention.
Put the classifications by team, please, when you put it, if you can, so we can take a better look.
But Gifiti, Edox was not paying attention, so he relayed the first part on 70 with everyone on the basic.
Okay. So Edox,
I'm sure he wasn't paying attention.
I think Edox will have some complications, but also Pierre did a terrible time, 5 minutes. What?
Yeah, he lost 2 riders really early on the climb. So I think he made a mistake there. And then it was over for him.
Terrible result. So
those guys just need to focus on KOM, sprints, and stage results, because that's the only way to pass. So I can use, of course, how it went last year for me, because I also fucked up in the TTT. But I won KOM and I did good in one stage, so that maybe go through. Because of course there 4 went through last year, and KOM and sprint gave 5 more points. Still, you can still go through, but as long as you focus on those things, it's always possible. Just go through.
I will tell you something. We know that you don't qualify automatically by winning general classification. It's actually something that we have discussed, because Piffy, for example, last year won general classification and didn't pass in the round. So I think that's quite unfair, but that's another discussion. But what this means is that everything is still open and everyone can still pass. They just need to focus on other things. And now we are going to watch different races. People that need to recover, and people that need to win general classification will focus on general classification. And I think that's the most interesting part of too. Sometimes you have more than one race going on at the same time.
Yeah, so no, I don't think people like Davi and Guilherme will let a big breakaways. I'm sure of that.
Certainly they are not players that will leave a big margin, but you never know. Maybe they start playing against each other, and eventually some breakaway gets enough difference to make the difference. Let's go.
Albazini goes onto the attack.
So
Mia, we don't want to watch your vibes, and okay, immediately attack Pierre.
I think Amaya is pretty experienced enough to know what he needs to do.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We hope that EMEA doesn't go out of control, because it would not be the first time he does it.
Yeah,
We
he
hope.
went out of time. Okay, so attack of Pip.
Stefan Kuhn
Yeah,
goes on to
Pier
the
is
attack.
expected going for the KOMs.
Oh no, he's not going to KOMs. I think this is a move.
Great move. He just better. Oh, what is he doing? He's waiting, but another guy. Not the first. Not the first time. This is the first time I saw this kind of move. But
Let
yeah,
me
first thing, he goes for 3 men. He gets a gap of 1 minute already. So it's pretty clear. I think he wants to go for KOM with his heel rider. But looks of it, Skeleton is chasing as I see the gap close down, but it goes back up.
I think
Let me really quick give you an insight of some other groups that already finished first stage, so our followers on Twitch can also know that. Leo Falandri won Group B with Alberto second 20 seconds away, and the cycling manager third 30 seconds away. Disappointing for both Italian. Giordano and Campione lost more than 1 minute, and Tucu is out of the general classifications. 5 minutes lost. Also on Group C, Hilling won the stage. Miko was second and Gabi third, but everything is very close there. Well, not a big differences. And I think I can also give you the result of Group F, where the win was for Ivar, and Yanu finished second, Palby third, and Pithi fourth. So still things are very close, so everything can happen. So
I'm very surprised about the Nemico. He tagged the stage like a madman, and he didn't win. He didn't win.
Finished second.
Okay.
Finished second.
We also have results of Group H, of course, or if you did want to tell that. Swaxel won that ahead of Finn and Cobra. And then we have Solipai in fourth, fifth for Tutur, sixth for Bergstein, and Mulda out of GC of 5 minutes and 50 seconds in 8th place, even beaten by the AI.
It's terrible, but we can see some selection. Group G, I only have the top 4, but first place to Daniel, 3 seconds away for Zapata. Very good time by the Spaniard, surprising a bit, but he was also try-harding on the afternoon. Ruben finished third, and Bill Pixel finished fourth for Germany. So also interesting results there. And Group I is also finished. Win for Norwegian, for the Norwegian Grootmeister. Very good result by the Norwegians. They did first in 3 groups: Hilling, Ivar, and Grootmeister. Very good result by Norwegians playing these World Championships at home. Slomi was second, Nathan was third, and Matteo Alvisi is the big surprise, losing 1 minute. Also, Psycho Alvaro, the Spaniard that surprised everyone, passing yesterday, lost more than 6 minutes. So he is completely out of the general class.
Did you already set Group D results?
I don't know. What is the Group D? No, I didn't.
Group D is Swanne won that ahead of AS Gaming. Igor third, fourth is for Mariano, already on 45 seconds. Fifth, we go with David on 2 minutes already. Thomas.
That's terrible.
Sixth on 4 minutes, and Leonard is seventh on 4.5 minutes.
Whoa, that's surprising. Both David and Tomas were certainly the favorites to pass the group, together with Toinu and Tijo, and they lost David 2 minutes and Tomas almost 4 minutes. That's very surprising. Also, Leonard is completely out with 4 minutes and a half. This group, the TT, completely made the difference and selected the ones that are going to fight for the general classification.
Yes, that's really interesting, because it's not that there are 3-4 guys and 5 guys with nearly the same time and the rest back then. So you have the same attacking. No, everyone is nearly separated. So he was.
Okay, so watch the race. Watch the race now. Attack, big team attack of T-Riders by Edox.
And he goes for the 78.
Attack also with the 78. Look, but I think it's too much late to reaching the front before the intermediate sprint. Do you think?
Hello to everyone that is following us, Tuan, Ilya. The commentators are Appius, Frabo, and Giffity. Yes, so very good. Davi passed first in the peloton in the mountain climb, but in the front there is a very good attack by Pierre and Edox. If they manage to collaborate, maybe the peloton can give them a small space because they are very, very far away in the general classification. Do you
I think everyone will look to Davi, of course, because he will relay, of course, with his cobble rider. So he'll keep the gap around 2 minutes, as far as I think. So, and this is interesting.
Look at
The two guys who need to attack are in the attack. If they now grab intermediate points and KOM points, will be interesting, and how far they go.
What is the favorite rider for the...
Leia, I see you typing in the chat, is Curse of Stage? No, this is from Styles. I think it's 2003 or 1994 2 variant, which Stylus made. And it goes for Solange Alduez. So this is real.
So yeah, it's very interesting to say if they can collaborate, because they can take a lot of points. I'm certain that Davi doesn't care about them enough to cut the difference before the intermediate sprints, so they are going to fight for the intermediate sprints between themselves. So this was probably a mistake by the guys that are on the middle of the classification, not Davi, not Guilherme, but the others, because they probably should fight for the secondary classifications too, and they are not doing it. So let me see what they can do in the intermediate sprints, but there are 2 intermediates on this stage and they are on flat paths, so it's very easy to get there with the 7.
Emilia, we want to see the sprint for the intermediate.
Yes, Pierre is
launching Albazini. Pierre is launching Albazini.
Mail, I think Pierre will take it because he has the best position. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
He forgot to sprint.
It is the 2nd and 3rd Pierre, but the win was for Edox. Good result by the Dutch, getting the points there. Also, now it's the peloton passing on intermediate sprint, and now it's almost 60 kilometers till the next one, and the one pushing in the peloton is Dembere. Maybe it's a mistake by Dembere not being on the breakaway. What do you think, guys?
Of course, it's a very big mistake.
Yeah, he should be there, because it will always be interesting. As long as he could always have just put his cobble rider with his hill rider in there, or cobble rider with 78 climber, just to have interesting break and see how many points his rider can score.
I think.
And also, of course, in the classifications, he can, if he goes for the KOM, and he already is not too far behind the GC, he can combine it really good, and it could be key to go through.
It's quite interesting if they can maintain this advantage for 50 kilometers and get to the 2nd intermediate, because they will already take a lot of points with their sprinters, points that are going to be very difficult to recover in the next few stages for the others. So be careful, this is a lot of points. And also they will enter the climb with a small advantage that will probably disappear in the climb, if it doesn't disappear before. So,
I think the peloton is really going to maintain a high pace on the climbs, and someone's gonna try to get away and make the move on the Calibier. And if someone, it's really interesting, if someone can get away and survive that descent, it's really important to be there up front, so because you can maintain your own pace and go to climb up the climb. So it might not be a handicap, but just a good thing.
I have a small question, Frabo. You are in this moment, Guilherme. What is your main focus on the race? You focus on Davi and on doing better than Davi, or you focus also in the other players and what they are doing? Because the Guilherme position is quite, I would say, is the favorite to take P2 in the general classification, but will that be enough? Can he focus only on Davi on trying to take the general classification, or should he focus also in the intermediate classifications? What do you think, Pablo?
I think he should also concentrate to more things possible, because with a so open situation or possibilities to qualify, because not only the GC but also the also points and mountain points will help for the qualification. I think it should not get away, should not throw away a possibility that is the mountain points and the sprint point.
So it's really interesting to see that Barry really tried to relay hard on the flat. So I think he really is pissed about missing the breakaway because he wanted to be in there and don't letting them get too many points because it's a danger for him, of course. So you see him relaying hard in the peloton, and that's pretty much also his style, just relay in the peloton.
And there are two people in this group we are not talking a lot about, but Shadow certainly underperformed in the TT, and now he needs to recover. Do you think Shadow will be able to do it, Abies?
Well, it's always possible, but if someone you can attack and behind it for paces, you can always get a big gap and get back into a GC. It's only 2 minutes, so it's always possible to still get third place in GC, which give you points, and then combined stage result or secondary classifications, you can still get a good amount of points.
Well, certainly we are expecting to hear something different happening, and let me try to get some information on Joe Whiteley's group. But I see that the leader there is a French. I cannot confirm who is the person that is leading general classification. Also, David Ramon lost 3 minutes in the TT, and he is out of the general classification, and is relaying hard against
Breakaway.
What is the group of Joe?
Is the
I
group
think the Frenchman is Kingmaker, to be fair.
Group E.
And I expect that the Frenchman is Kingmaker.
I expect the French to be Kingmaker too, but I'm not sure yet. And Joe Whiteley lost 21 seconds in the time trial. He lost 21 seconds. Interesting. Well, we come back to the main group, and not yet, doesn't need to, because it's still 20 kilometers to go to the intermediate, so we still have a bit of time. But I don't have information
because
on the
we
other
got
groups yet.
France 2, and France 2 is there.
Yes.
That time.
It's still quite interesting. I think the TTD made some very big differences in some groups, and in others everything is still very equal. So maybe there is the trick to get it. Let me take a brief look at Joe Whiteley, as he is. Yeah, he's still 150 to go, and he's back on the peloton. Okay, Amigo Man is with. Yeah, but Kingmaker is the lead.
Do one of you think someone like Adox can jump to the brake if his 78 holds on somewhere on the Telegraph of Galibier and get away? If he jumps with his 82, I don't know if this can make it, but it could be very interesting if that could happen, because they have men up front to help him.
Well, certainly it's interesting to have people on the front by both Edox and Pia, but probably the others in the back will not attack because the pace is actually high. Both in the front. I think
they will be just paced high on especially on the Telegraph, with all helpers still there. Everyone is still there, so yeah.
Someone dropped from the peloton, also interesting. I don't know who, but he's trying to come back. He came back, okay. But someone was dropping. Well, the intermediate sprint is coming in 10 kilometers, and we are going to still have a lot of interest in this sprint, as both Pia and Edox will try to take the points. Pia sprinted really bad in the first one, but let's see if he can improve in this one and take some points from Edox. 5 kilometers, 4.5. Edox takes the front. He knows he has the good position to take the points.
He also has the strongest rider to spin.
He's probably going to take the points. Let us see. Very good. The positioning.
We're now at
Yes,
the halfway stage.
I think Adox will take it. He has the better. Oh no, Pisager is there. But
he's going to sprint very late, I think. Everyone is
it depends on
sprinting
the
very
time.
late.
It's uphill,
Now it's
so
time to sprint.
you
What
need
are
to wait a
they
bit
waiting?
longer. It's
Yeah,
uphill.
sprint is uphill, but Pia is going to take it, I
It's
think.
downhill. It's downhill. Oh, good.
Edox was sleeping there. Not a
I
very
thought it was uphill, so I think he
This is
waited.
not the first time that Edox slept. Sleeping.
Yeah,
Sleep.
Edox clearly slept today again, and we have Pia taking the points. What means they are tied on the classification, if I'm not wrong, right, Emil? Confirm to us, please.
I think yes.
I think they are both tied as go on the classification.
Fine.
Go on exactly. Go on that. So Ball and Bisega, and then in the other Bisega and Ball. Yes, they are tied. They are tied on the classification in the points classification. Interesting. So
Everything is interesting. But I also would say in a continue of what I said earlier. If someone like Mbera or the Russian, I forgot his name, would get in a breakaway with someone,
La Puglia.
it could be also very interesting because he could play 2 cards. So he doesn't need to do anything in battle, and he can just follow and still have the one guy up front. So that he always can make the difference.
And we are going up on the telegraph just now, 4 kilometers to start the climb. And Pia and Edox are reduced to 2 men in the front, 2 men. One is the 77 sprinter and the other one is the hills guy. Edox has the 78 mountain, sorry. Edox has the 78 mountain and the sprinter is there. So they are catched by the group and we are going to have a climb up. Let us see. They do the turn and they start telegraph officially in. So it's very hard. Mainly the first part, almost 10% in some parts in the first kilometers. Then it goes a bit less, but it's still very regular. The telegraph is climbed without a lot of changes, to be honest, in elevation and inclination. So yeah, and Edox drops another rider. So Edox
I do not have very good history on the telegraph because once I went to a winter vacation to go skiing in Valois, which is like on the foot of the next climb, the Galibier. I needed to vomit because all of those turns I
Edox going alone with his 78.
Yeah, it's just some stories about the telegraph being.
Oh, you can. Appius is also interesting to have a commentator that has personal stories about how you vomit.
Of course, there's still some vomit of me on the telegraphs.
Please chat, write if you want to hear more stories about Appius vomiting or not. As Frabo said, he is more focused on the race. Very good. The 78 mountain of Edox is going alone, and I think he will take the telegraph points. I doubt he will do the same on the next climb, but at least on this one, he is really trying.
He has a really big gap also, because I think it's more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, more than 3 minutes is very. Is
more than 3 minutes? No, almost 3 minutes is the gap.
Almost 3 minutes.
There goes Davi. There goes Davi on the front. Interesting move.
I don't know if he's pacing.
No, then there is going 5
minutes. 59 of F popped and with the protection on the 78.
There will be differences on the climb, but he is trying at least to put himself well in the peloton. As Guilherme looks more in the back of the peloton right now, he's trying to recover the distance. Also, Shadow is on the back of the peloton, but the others seem to be well positioned. The Russian is also there, I think, a bit back, exactly. But it's only 4 kilometers to go, and I think it will be very easy to the 78 mountain guy of Edox to take the points on telegraph. So this breakaway was actually very useful. He will take a lot of mountain points and also intermediate sprints. So yeah, it was a good move, right?
Yeah, could be. You're really, because he is of course advantage over Pier because he has the 78. He just can go all the way on his own tempo away from Pier. on this climb, and I think he can. I don't know how far he can come on the Calibier, but it could be useful.
Yeah, and Pia is the one pushing. He realized that he is not going anywhere and is trying to push. As you can put yourself in the front, thanks Emea, in the front, and we can see Edox crossing the line in first place here in Col du Telegraph. There he goes, first place, easy points, and Pia is still going to take P2 with Albacini, but I think he's not going. He died, so he's not even managing it
For
well.
now, I think
No one will fight for third place, but I think Shadow will take third and fourth. Oh, Pogacar
for
takes
now,
fourth.
Edox is virtually leading of the K1. Is the virtual leader of the K1.
Yes, and also the intermediate sprint.
Part of the downhill where Davi attacked last received to claim his victory.
He is also the leader of the intermediate sprints, tied with Pia, so very good for Edox. He is trying at least to recover his classification, and he's bad playing on the first stage.
And now Edox is holding still holding on really good. He's still 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Around that, 2.5 minutes.
Do you think he can go to the top?
Peloton, they are stopping, and that's pretty interesting to see.
Do you think he can go to the top of the Galibier without problems?
It depends on the pace in the peloton. If Davi keeps on controlling, of course, there's 2 minutes and 45 seconds, even more.
Of course, I think not.
Davi doesn't really care. Davi just tries to maintain the gap. Doesn't make it too crazy. But he doesn't, and he isn't the person who needs to close the gap because he knows he's in a much better position and not the right direct danger for his general classification and to pass the group.
Edox certainly represents no threat to Davi's possibilities today. And what about your strategy here, Frab? Would you try to pass 3 riders in the top, or do you think only 2 is possible to do here in Galibier?
I will try to team play with someone and passing only with the leader.
Okay, because it's very important to have 3 riders here, right? Because in the downhill and in the flat part, it's going to be very crucial to have more riders than your rivals, right?
Yes. But I think, of course, the rider can't pass. This I'm sure.
So as we see, Davi is accelerating. Yeah, does he want to make a move? Is the question there?
I think Davi will play this almost for fun, let us say, and not only as I would do, and many players would do. That is the playing with the calculator, right? Davi is always trying to win. He is always trying to make his difference, his gap to the rivals bigger. And there goes the Shadow. There goes Shadow.
Well, that's just behind. He's at 2 minutes, so he's not a direct danger, but he's not that far behind. Directly drops the rider.
He attacks with 8 kilometers to go here in Galibier, and I think he will easily catch the rider of Edox that was on the front.
The gap is slinking really, really fast now, and then Barry also made the move.
And the one reacting is, of course, Dembele.
Who are behind are making the moves.
Dembele has pretty clear that one of his rivals for the third place of this group is Shadow, so he needs to cut his difference as fast as he can. As in this moment, Shadow is on the head of the race as he catches the rider from Edox that was there.
So Davi is now putting.
What is doing now? What the fuck is he doing now? Defeated the backward.
Yes, Mohoric pushed alone, but he waited now, and he should probably wait for Dembele, as if they both go away with 3 riders, they can go to the flat spot.
I think he should not wait. I think he should not wait. And going with his base.
Yes, 2 riders for both, and Davi still has 3, as now it's the time to push. And Guilherme reacts instantly. So
the Barrett doesn't really make it.
Yes. Shadow is trying to push these 2 riders to the top, and he's going to take a lot of points if he does. Probably should push Pogacar to finish first, as he is going to probably win the mountain classification.
They're in a really good situation if they start looking to each other behind.
Look what Edox is doing. What?
Edox was very, very distracted. So Edox is alone with his leader. He's alone in the group. So very problems for it. He's back and alone.
And Shadow's
Very,
alone.
very complicated situation for
Shadow's alone, only with one rider.
2 kilometers to the top. We are going to see Shadow passing P1 with Roglic as he dropped this second rider. He dropped the Pogačar, and now Shadow is going.
And last kilometer to the top, we're passing the tunnel, and we're going to the top.
1
Shadow is
kilometer.
alone, and we see everyone is pacing hard. So I think this is for like getting KOM points, but the mission impossible to really.
Roglic is going to take a lot of points there. There he goes. Take first position in. No, he doesn't because it stops. No, it's first.
Yeah, with the move, can he pass over the top if you like? Yeah, no.
Everyone passes together in the first group, but some riders have only players have only one rider. Shadow is one of them.
They're heading downhill, so they have to make
Edox is
sure
also one of those.
no mistakes on their trajectory.
And
I don't know where is Pogačar. I think he's the A1 Pogačar.
Exactly. Pogačar is 30 seconds back on the group, I'm almost sure.
You'll make it because everyone will stop here and look to each other. And it will be very interesting. That's also how I made my moves.
He's going to enter. There goes Pogačar into the group. Pogačar comes in.
Yeah.
But these guys are not coming in.
Everyone stops in the downhill or light downhill part. You can easily attack away with like one of your helpers. And if the pace is so low, you can get away. Everyone starts looking at each other.
And now it's probably the time for someone to attack. But let's see if someone moves.
Good night to everyone.
Good night.
Managed to get a bit sooner, which is good. And I've seen that the stage has been quite interesting from the last 2 minutes.
Yes, and we have a group of 13 on the front with everyone with 2 riders except for Edox, who sacrificed his domestic to take the mountain and intermediate sprint points, as he did. But now it's going to be very hard for him to get to the finish line with the main group. But he's already back 6 minutes on general classification, so he's out of that classification. He's trying to go for the KOMs and the intermediate sprints, of course. And
I'm sorry, may I do us a favor? Turn your game sound off, please.
And Davi is coming back to the group with his 3rd rider, and so does Guillaume. These 2 players have certainly an advantage in the general classification already, and they will make it bigger if they can manage to enter the group with their domestics, as they do now.
I think they should pace 99 in the front of the group now.
So now
don't let other help center.
Let's see if someone else can put his domestic, as we have a domestic that is only 10 seconds back on the group and is coming back, and is La Puglia's domestic actually, with Shadow also coming now. There goes Shadow. And Edox is trying to come back with 2 riders. Interesting. Dembera is also there, but I don't think anyone will let them now.
Yeah, Davi, especially Davi, will just like keep the pace high, and of course it's downhill, so he won't lose that much energy. Especially, he doesn't want anyone to attack, so if he just keeps the pace there. And Guillermo helps also.
Notice now, as Edox has only this leader on the peloton, so 0 domestics, as Guillermo and La Puglia and Davi and Shadow have 3 riders, 2 domestics.
Definitely, those with the 3 men have an advantage. Edox with only 1 guy, it might be in the line for slaughter in the last climb.
He also spent a lot because he got dropped. He spent a lot because he got dropped on Galibier, you remember?
Exactly. So, also interesting, Dembera has not 2 riders here, so that's very damaging for himself and his options. And because he dropped his...
Only an attack of Guillermo.
A swift acceleration.
What an attack! There goes Davi and Guillermo.
Just in the corners, that was a bad moment for Guillermo to attack.
And everyone reacted instantly. Very good eyes by Davi there, paying attention.
It's mostly the corner for the attack Guillermo.
But I think that this could be an epic battle for the stage between the Italian and the Portuguese players.
Yes, I knew it would
There
come.
goes
And
Guilherme
Davi,
Guys up
again.
front are
Yeah,
asking
there
serious
goes
questions
Guilherme,
of the
and
riders
everyone
on
is
rear,
dropped.
as more of them are left in the
oh,
wake.
Guilherme stops.
Attacked by Diego
So
Lisi.
So
the-
he's up front now.
And I think these two have won the stage already, and the
Yeah.
others are now looking each other instead of going fast.
That hesitation is going to cost them dearly. As I said just seconds before the attack, the Portuguese player, the Italian player, they're both going to battle it out. This is seeming like it's going to be an epic stage finish between both of them.
We
It's also,
only
yeah, if I was one of the players, I knew in such a sections, after coming out of a downhill, the little part uphill, there you can attack easy away. So I would like be very.
We see the Swiss burning a little bit of his helper's energy in this false downhill, but he manages to catch them for now.
15 kilometers
and now
to
we
the finish
start
line.
out the way.
Oh, he
no,
stopped.
he stopped. He stopped on the moment he's getting there, and the
And there
breakout-
goes
I
Raikkonen
want
back.
to suicide. I want to say suicide.
Yeah,
Watching
it
this
was
one.
side of
Coming back.
very good
coming-
move. Very
Puglia with 3 men closing the gap quickly, but we have the Portuguese and the Italian ramping up the pace a little bit, trying to make their opponents pay for daring to catch them quickly.
I think they should start us writing in typing in the chat GGW. I think it's the right time.
I don't know. I'm still thinking it might be an interesting battle between him and Guilherme. It's gonna be both have 3 men.
I also think so, but I think La Puglia and Embarrass have better chances now of getting P3 because they saved while Pia sacrificed these domestics for nothing.
Absolutely. Pierre is in a very bad
That's a lie.
situation right now for that third position because he had to burn some of his domestics' energy in that closing the gap in what was essentially a false downhill, and that might cost him now.
And now it's Pia going up very fast. I think it was Emea asks why did
Wait,
he
guys, we have a question of Emeya. Emeya is
Yes.
Only 10
asked,
kilometers left.
why did Pierre close the gap while he's in 5 minutes? What do you guys think?
I don't
I think Pierre wants to win the stage.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he wanted to win the stage, but that was not clearly the way he needed to
Yes,
do.
absolutely.
Yeah, he should have just waited and knowing you can boost up that climb.
Shadow lurking in the back with his 3 guys in an excellent position, to be honest, saving as much energy as he can.
John, do you know if you were Pierre and I was Davi and he wrote me? I pasted because I wanted to win the stage. You should only imagine my laugh.
Yes, I would imagine your laugh. I would imagine as well you saying something. You beating me? You can't do that.
Oh, guys, we're here.
We are seeing
From,
Guilherme
Group B.
and Davi going very strong now, as Guilherme still has 3 riders and maintained these 3 riders 1 kilometer more than Davi did. So I see a small advantage for Guilherme now.
I definitely think the Portuguese can actually be the guy here to beat. Very good energy management. I think he might
Watch
be
out,
in to
the
give
team leader is falling
Davi the
behind.
fight of his life
And
in
we
this stage.
say
Very
he
good.
ends up
Let's
dropping
hear
definitely from the
from
group
the other
and
group.
is out of the fight.
We have news from other groups.
5
Group B
kilometers
just
to the
finished
finish line.
their second stage and Campione won the stage. Same time is the cycling manager. And on 17 seconds in third place, Leo Flandri. And on 41 seconds already, it's Albertori. And behind that, it's one minute.
Guilherme ramps up the pace. Guilherme ramps up the pace.
Davi is now alone. Davi is completely alone as still 2 riders go for Shadow. And
Shadow in the left side, very cautious, but always there with 2 men,
Oh, yes,
speeding
by
up
the way,
now.
Napoleon has made a mistake, I think, there.
Gil-
I think
Shadow alone.
we have a mountain sprint here. I think another mountain sprint.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a sprint.
Let us see if someone can break. It's still 2
I think
kilometers. A lot
Napoleon
can
in the
happen.
back is in a really bad situation because he needs to spend a lot of energy to move to the front.
La Puglia was saving a lot in the back. Now the 7 leaders of the 7 riders are here. And let us see if someone can make the differences.
Davi takes the front, 1.3 to go.
stopping.
They are
Davi-
preparing the sprint final acceleration.
As the wheel of the
Roglic on the left side. Guilherme has the wheel of Davi. He's gonna launch. 700 meters
And
to
the final
go.
sprint is off.
And there goes the Portuguese. There goes the Portuguese.
win for
I think he has it.
Oh,
Guillermo has it. Bobby's gonna do second.
Guillermo wins with the head. Now,
Guilherme
A
first,
really
second David.
powerful sprint finish to
Shadow.
claim a
Second David.
Tremendous energy management
for the
from
tailenders
the
who
Portuguese
continue
player
to
Guillermo.
Amazing play by Edox. He maintained himself till the top when he was alone against everyone. What a very beautiful
I think that's
move.
also, it could
And
also
he
be
gets
a
fourth
contest.
place. That was actually very well played,
Because when
given
you
his
are alone,
circumstances.
I think if you have to do the classification on the better players, the best players of this stage, first place of course Guilherme, second place for Shadow, because he managed good the first the Galibier. He took the points of Galibier and also did third in the stage. So
Very good move by Shadow too, certainly, and an interesting move by Edox, taking a lot of intermediates and also getting to the top with his leader and finishing P4. That will also give him some points. But the big loser of the stage was certainly La Puglia. The Russian was very well positioned on general classification. He did a very good TTT, and now he dropped from the main group and lost time with all his rivals. So now he needs to recover this time, and he did absolutely nothing all stage long. So, yeah, a job to do.
I also don't think this is the perfect stage to attack, because if everyone behind chases you in that long section, I think it's really possible to make it. And Shadow made the move, but he was alone, so that's basically impossible.
Let me really quick go to the other groups. As you told, Campione won the stage in the group of Leo Falandri, but it's interesting as he recovers 41 seconds in Alberto, more the 10 seconds bonification, so he actually takes P3 of the general classifications. The cycling manager is new P2, P3 for Campione. He was 1 minute and 7 back on the general, but now takes it. Alberto maintains himself on P4, and the others look too far away for having a chance. Steinler lost 1 minute and 19, and he was already 40 seconds back, so he's out. And the others will have very, very hard job to do. We don't have news from a lot of the other groups, I think. Maybe.
Wait a moment, I'll go and watch to some other streams.
Yeah, I will take a brief look at Joe Whiteley's group, as they are probably climbing up the way.
Okay to go.
They are, exactly. There are 5Ks to go, and Francesco Grassi has 3 riders in the group, and everyone else has only 2, except for a Colombian that has 3. I guess it's Yais. Kingmaker also has 2 riders, and Joe is trying to manage.
Just alone in front.
Yes. Now it's Grassi, and no, the Colombians. Yeah, it's the same team. And now it's going to be a Joe versus Kingmaker, it looks like. Also, Amigo Man is there with 2 riders. Interesting. Kingmaker loses 1 rider. So
I think, Joe, I think you have a little Guy, I think you have a little bit in a bit of delay, I think.
Oh, sorry. Still, I'm trying to
I'm gonna bet my house on Joe Whiteley here because it's a mountain sprint and it's one of his expertise areas.
So we should...
very good management by Francesco.
We should learn about this player.
Very good. Sorry. What did you say?
You want to learn how to mount a sprint? You should see it now.
I will see it. And we have Francesco Grassi now taking the first position. I think it's Yais. Massive sprint going on. Yais has the front, but I think he will die. Joe Whiteley, very good launching. But
Jais,
He went too late.
He went too late as Yais takes the win. P2 for Francesco Grassi, P3 for Joe Whiteley, P4 Kingmaker, P5 Amigo Man, and P6 the French that I don't know who it is. Matu maybe, not sure. Yeah, it's Matu, I think. Very good. Yais wins the stage. Amazing. Very well played by himself.
I have news about Group G. So the stage, Daniel won the stage in front of Ruben, in front of Zapata, in front of Nacho, in front of Capsmatch, in front of Philip Pixel. All the first 6 players with the same time.
So in that group, Daniel maintains the overall lead and goes up a bit on Zapata. Now 9 second advantage over Zapata, and he goes out also 15 seconds on Ruben. So, but it's still too close to call on that group to know who is going to win the general classification. In Group
As
A,
we go back to Group A, we are about to launch the third stage. Let's talk a little bit about the ending of the second one. I didn't watch the full stage as I was arriving home after dinner, but from what I did see when I started calling the actions, I was really betting on
and
Guilherme to win
welcome.
this. He looked very
This morning,
strong.
some of the riders
He
were
did great
carrying
energy
wide
management, and
smiles.
he
It
did a
goes
very
without
well-timed
saying that it was
sprint,
neither
showing
the
skill
sprinters
there.
nor those
Would
who
you say
prefer
that
the
at
flat.
this point he's
Yes,
the main rival
it
of
was
Davi?
the climbers, and the reasons were obvious. With today's conditions,
I
the
think
spotlight will be on them.
I think Guilherme and Davi will, of course, decide the general classification between themselves.
Yeah, but in terms of first place, do you think that he's going to be
Certainly Guilherme has a chance, but it doesn't mean anything. The point is, Guilherme finishing second in the general classification doesn't mean he's going to pass, because we have a lot of points that are
Indeed.
We have a lot of riders that are getting points in intermediates, in mountains,
Absolutely.
and everything, and Guilherme is not doing it. So it doesn't mean anything for Guilherme to finish second. Of course, the stage win helps. He has now a small advantage, not a big one, over the third place, but it doesn't mean mandatorily anything. So anything can happen.
No, if you
Do we have a
already saw
table
it.
with the point system of the tour? I would like to take a look
Yes,
at
I
it.
think we have. Well, I'm certainly saying things happening also on other groups. Swagsson won the second stage. He gives a giant step in the direction of getting the classification, and also Janu won the mountain race in the group of Pithi. So he takes the lead of general classification ahead of Ivar, that lost 9 seconds. It was still.
You saw already the results of Group
It was enough.
B and H, because it's not all, but yeah.
And Palby, Pithi, Ivar, and Janu are the only ones with chances on the general classification, I think. Everyone else is just more than 1.5 minutes behind, and I don't think they have a chance. But they can fight for other classifications, right? Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's also the interesting of Tour. It's not all about GC, especially in the first rounds, where it's just about going through. Where you can also go through by using the secondary classification. So the fights for that is also very interesting.
Well, as I see it, there's 70 points max, 35 for each secondary jersey to be obtained, 25 points for stage wins, so these will obviously make a big difference. But getting those top spots in the GC will be very helpful. The thing is, if it becomes too close, indeed, these stage wins might be decisive to counter for those who didn't have any chance at the secondary jerseys.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see, but Guilherme's second place, as I told, doesn't assure anything for him. He needs to still do good in the other stages and in the other classifications, and we don't know if that's going to happen. Another thing that is interesting on this tournament is that they chose to only count the first rider for each one in the mountain classification and in the points classification. What does that mean? Well, it means that people have an advantage based on their. It doesn't mean anything finishing first and second, because it doesn't count. So the difference is going to be less, and the general classification will be more important.
So I see Davi in the break. It's really
There's been a
interesting.
big debate about that, actually.
I disagree with that system, to be honest.
I also disagree.
Yes.
I think
So
it's way more
prefer
interesting.
that if someone gets 1-2, someone is third, that the third guy gets point of third and not of second of second place.
Well, that's better. Still, it's a need to. I think they
I don't need to, but I prefer it also because it's more like fair. You deserve to you deserve to be third and not second.
Emma, can we see Davi's man in the break? It is the puncher and
Yeah,
The 70 mountain guy.
The 70 mountain.
While also the puncher is there for Pia. Interesting. But Edox didn't try to put his 78 mountain this time on the breakaway.
I think it's also could be he could also make a move later in the stage.
Well,
This stage is really in parts attacks because
There goes Davi.
Davi, oh my god.
Guillermo is trying to react. There is no need of Davi to do this, and less need to do it at 162 kilometers to go, but Davi is going for it. He's going to give us some spectacle.
He wants to put some pressure on the guys, and especially, but what I was saying, this stage is really unfighting.
And Barry trying to catch up, I believe.
And now
Blair closed, but oh my god.
He's going for at least for the KOM points.
The barrel is a move for what I saw, so the barrel moving up.
So I don't know how many he can get with 5 guys on the front.
Pia gets first and second, yeah? David takes third and fourth.
Oh, someone get away, it's Pia.
Pia got away,
This stage already really exciting.
La Puglia drops. Interesting.
Davi's movement completely broke the stage apart for the time being.
Whoa! Surprising and unnecessary is the thing I would say about Davi's attack. It's probably not necessary, but he certainly wants to give us some spectacle, and he's doing it. Oh, La Puglia's difference is going to be hard to reduce. Let us see what they are doing. Davia lost one rider, so does Guilherme, and so does a lot of other players, but not everyone. And Shadow is like a Shadow. He is maintaining himself in the group. Nobody's seeing him.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he did in the last stage. He kept himself there. He did the energy management, and then he actually made turrets. So he's doing well.
Is now the breakaway of Pia is out. Is now in the group, and I think everyone is on the group now.
Everyone is back together, and there's only 3 men in the front. I think 2 are still Davies. I don't know who the other one is.
Yeah, the other one is Pia.
To be fair, the best conclusion for Davi's attack
is Albertini, his puncher.
Yeah,
I have a question. How many points for the winner of this stage? How many points? How many green? How many green jersey points?
25 points for the stage. 35 points for
the green jersey points.
The green jersey GC has 35 points.
So how many green jersey points for the winner of the stage?
Emea, show us. How many green jersey points gives winning this stage? 10. 10 points.
So
10 points.
Not a lot.
No, certainly not. 15 gives intermediate sprint, so...
Kind of surprising to see the move that Davi did there. I don't know exactly what he was thinking. I think maybe try and catch someone on surprise, because he wasn't fighting for KOM points. There were already 5 men in the front, so I think maybe he tried to catch someone off guard.
15 to the stage, says Emea.
But the conclusion for Davi's attack, what could be, it's just he just already knows. I think in this
15 for the stage. No,
in this stage, and
it says 10 there in the XML. 25 for stage win and 10 for the KOM green jersey in the stage finale. Everyone back together, 38 guys. As we are approaching the next climb, there's a little bit of calm before the actual storm. Should we expect as we speak? Let's see.
It's Case Bull, so it's his sprinter, 77 sprinter.
37.
Will someone react from this? And
Shadow with 3 guys.
And
and there goes
With the leader. Why attack with the leader in first position? I have to suicide.
The barrel reacted also with climb.
So it's very messy. This is a very messy race right now.
They have a gap, and the barrel is with 5 men. 5. So that he and Adox with 4. So that's interesting how far they will come.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what these guys are doing. I don't know why one of them attacks with his leader and runs. It's like suicide. This is beyond the logical. The only thing I can try and guess here is that they want to fight for those HC points, but still, the way in which they attacked, that's not going to be good for them in the long term.
We have a question.
Appius thinks he is in the voice.
No, wait, I'm here. But Ilya, a small question: are the parents of the child aware what he did? I know. Okay, I'm a child, but don't disrespect me like that.
Well, let me tell you something that happened on the group of Tuanu. It's very interesting because you remember Davi Mendes had 2 minutes and Thomas lost 4 minutes, right? In the TT.
I don't, as I wasn't here.
You don't. I know, but the others do. So Thomas won the stage with 30-second advantage over Mendes' domestic that finished second in Alpe d'Huez. Toinu finished third, he maintained the lead there. And then
it's really interesting of David's helper.
Yes, David's helper finished second, and David's main leader finishes fifth at 55 seconds. As Gaming lost a lot of time, and he is now out of the fight, and Mariano Rodriguez lost a bit.
Elix, Elix, I don't know how to spell that. I hope I'm not murdering your name. I'm pretty sure that not even the child himself knows what he's doing, so we'll keep you updated.
Oh, a shadow attack, so... Cool.
Okay.
Shadow appears on the race and makes the move. He's trying
this
to...
This is very, very weird. I don't know his...
If those three get front and relay together, they can go far, because they... Like, Shadow with 4, the Baron with 4, Adux with 3.
I still think that Glandon is a lot of Glandon, so it's still a lot of kilometers to go to the top, and they will pay the price probably of their moves later on. Now it's Pierre, he tries to move in the front of the group, he's only trying to...
Oh, too late.
I think the pressure is on Pierre here, and also on Napolia.
Lapulia is going completely undercover so far. We haven't seen him making a single move so far in the tour, but he still has time to shine. Now they cross they finish the first part of Col du Glandon. We can say that this mountain has 3 parts. The second one is the hardest and the longest. Now they will start it, and we see in the front Edox going.
Show better weight on the others.
I think the first one is the hardest.
But if this group, if those 3 guys can cooperate and get a big gap, I see them getting away. But it all depends on what Davi and Guillermo do, because they are clearly the better players here in this lobby. So they basically decided.
I guess they're trying to do something for their life since the GC isn't famous. I don't know if it was the best spot. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the best way to do it, but we'll see if they can make it work. I have my doubts.
Takes the lead of the group, and we know that if Guillermo takes the lead, it means probably that he's going to do a move pretty soon.
No, he's attacking. He's only pacing, I think, because for him a second position is good.
The gap is keeping around a minute towards the group of the Banner and the Shadow, and Adok still up front there, half a minute gap towards
difference of 1 minute between the peloton.
Behind it's still peer-pulling, and for RC, I think.
And almost 2 minutes. Edox is trying to get Kruijswijk to the top alone, but I don't know if that's a very good move.
I think Edox going for K1 with Bouwman if he can make it, because Bouwman already only 6 points, but he scored that last stage.
Yeah, I think probably if I was Edox, I would put Kruijswijk in front and Bowman in the wheel, So I can.
Not in this flat part. No, it's a
It's too
flat
soon.
part.
It's too soon.
It's now a flat part.
It's too soon to going around. Yep. Too much soon.
Yes, he's trying to think that he can go down.
One thing I can assure you, with this move at this distance, with this intensity, he's definitely not gonna win the stage.
But if Shadow and Dembere goes with him, that's a group that can make some damage, isn't it?
With 3, if they get away, especially, it's already they
Honestly, I think it's gonna depend on what the Peloton does, because they have their own interests as well. But if they can work normally, I don't think it should be an issue.
Also, when the peloton just
notice there is almost no flat parts from here to the finish line. It's almost always up and down.
only in the downhill of the
Yeah,
body.
which means that the energy management is going to be crucial, and the energy these guys in the front
Oh,
wasted
let's
is going to come back to
see.
haunt them.
Is it safe that Dembere lost the
I think he took source of target.
What's the mountain? Emea, show us the mountain. Emea, show us the mountain.
Slowly too close.
Shadow is taking a lot of mountain points.
Let's see if Bauman, helper of Adox, can come back in the descent. Could be ideal for Adox.
They have 3 helpers each one, if they can.
Now they where up front they have 2.
2 helpers. Sorry. I mean 2 riders, not 2
will allow the
helpers.
riders
2
to
riders.
recover from their earlier efforts.
They have 2 riders each one. If Edox can manage to put his Bauman back on the group, and they have a 3-minute advantage. 3 minutes. It's quite interesting, right?
That's what I said. If they start to look to each other, their gap will grow.
3 minutes.
Keep
And
in mind that now that the flat parts are over, so to speak, and there's a lot of up and downhill, as Gifiti said. Now the worst part of the stage is about to come. 3 minutes may certainly not be enough. It's all going to depend on what the Peloton does, and if they manage to cooperate well with each other.
Notice that Guilherme has 4 riders in Peloton, but it's not the case for everyone. Some people have only 3 riders, and Pia, I think it has only 2. So that can make the difference. That can certainly... No, Pia has 2, yes. So
I think Davi's attempts of a break in the beginning of the stage
has Davi only 3 riders. I think Davi has only 3.
Yes, his break attempts that did not go well at the beginning of the stage means that he lost that extra man that, for example, Guilherme has. So he has to be very careful here. And Guilherme, knowing that he has his extra man, is pacing at the front, which is actually something he should do, as he should keep this group that is in front in check, or else they can just take it away.
it is directly climbing from.
I think Guilherme knows it is dangerous. He knows it because he's asking Lepulio for help. So he certainly knows that this is not a joke. Who would pass first in the intermediate sprint, Emea? It was Tim Welling for Belgium, for Dembere. Dembere takes the points. Interesting. And we are going now up the Col de la Madeleine. And we have a small advantage of the group, and Dembere has now only the 2 riders, as his third domestic dropped. Interesting. And the Guilherme.
Depends on the situation, how they are gonna do that behind it.
Notice that the difference is back to 3 minutes, and Guilherme has only 3 riders. Davi has only 3 riders. Everyone has only 3 riders, so
No.
Davi has support.
Oh,
No,
Davi
Davi has a 4th man now. I did not see him earlier.
he has a
And
4th
he's
man.
spacing with him.
But still, Cataldo is not going anywhere. And he's reducing at least 30 seconds.
Cataldo's setting up the pace right now, which is a clever way to do it, and it's going to be very helpful in the beginning of the climb.
But
after that, yes,
that, it's going to be a 3 versus 4.
yeah.
And we are talking that it's a 3 versus 4 and 3 versus 2, in the sense that they have 3 riders on the back and 2 riders on the front, and the 2 minute advantage.
And a lot of
And they
things
make
to climb. No, I don't think so. I think if the Peloton plays it smart, they have the extra manpower. There's a lot of climbing to come. We don't even know if the breakaway is going to play it smart as well. So I think that Peloton has everything under control, and definitely they might win the station.
Well, Cataldo is certainly not more under control as he dies. And
Cataldo naturally wasn't expected to last long, but he did his job, reduced the difference to less than 2 minutes.
Yes, 1 minute 40. There is not also a lot of collaboration in the front, and Edox just lost his domestic in the front, so he's in a very bad situation right now.
Yeah, I think they were very eager. They paced too much. They spent a lot of energy in that break. They're gonna pay for it.
Shadow
I think,
also suffering.
Maybe I think being in the top of this climb only with the leader, and I think it could be okay. Whoever.
It
Taking
could be okay. It could be okay if in the back the difference is more than 2 minutes and they only have 2 riders. But I don't think that will be the case. I think the difference will be down to 1 minute. And in the back,
this is definitely a bad situation for the guys in the front, especially now that the peloton is pacing up, amping up the rhythm. Less than 2 minutes. Davi speeding up, Guilherme on the left side as well, and they are going to punish them eventually.
Ulysses is now working. I don't know how much will Ulysses last. I don't think he will last a lot, but it will be a 2 versus 1 from the back to the front, and I think it could be enough, to be honest.
Depending on the pace that Davi does, Ulysses is definitely probably not even going to make it to the top of the climb, but he's going to be very helpful in cutting that
they
gap.
will, but even if they don't get, even if they don't get the stage, they will get some very, very good points in the mountains. They just passed the top in the special category climb, and they will now pass top in the second special category climb too. So that also counts. And they got intermediate sprint.
Yeah,
So
but let's keep in mind that winning the KOM jersey is 35 points only. So these guys would need at least a decent GC to make those 35 points count, and they would need some good stage classifications. And right now, after what they did here, everything that I just spoke about is at risk. That their GC is at risk. Winning the stage is probably gone now, and I don't know what is the damage that's going to be inflicted to them, but I don't see good things coming for them.
David 2 riders, Guilherme 2 riders. Only La Puglia has 3 riders in this group, and the difference is down to 1 minute 10. But in the front, they also have 2 riders still.
La Puglia was the one that worked less, so kind of makes sense that he still has that extra man. He's not going to make it last longer, and there he goes, exactly.
also. So it just depends how are they gonna look to each other in the peloton. But as
1 minute, 4.5 kilometers. The question is, are they gonna be caught before the top of the climb? Are they even gonna get those KOM points at this point?
I think they will. 4 kilometers is it's going to be enough because they will abandon his
Barry really pulling and Barry pulling high pace now.
Yes, then Barry knows he doesn't want to get rid of his domestic.
Has difficulties and he drops.
Then Barrett bets everything on those KOM points. He's followed by Adox, but Adox only has 1 man. So let's see how much he's willing to sacrifice for that KOM.
Barry's helper is now done. And Barry's helper now done. And he goes
1 man for each.
As I predicted, they will pass first and second in the mountain climb. But let us see.
Shadow is arriving.
Shadow is coming, and he's coming with 2 riders. That's very
No, I
good.
think Pogacar will die.
No, very sad that Pogacar will die with 1 kilometer to go.
Oh.
Maybe Shadow should wait for it. Maybe. But he doesn't.
He's going with Roglic, he's fresher, he's sprinting, and I think he has it in the back, indeed.
Roglic takes mountain classification of this tour. I think it's almost sure because he took the
move solo.
special category and he has already a very good. And now it's the moment he should go with Pia. The domestic should go with Pia. Pia attack from the group, and now only 1 rider from Pia too. And he has the domestic of Shadow on his wheel. So if Shadow doesn't work on the front, they can.
This is a this is a really good situation for front because they might be looking to each other in the peloton.
Yeah.
They are only 3. They are only 3.
The gap that was only 1 minute at the top of the climb or close to it is now almost 2 minutes again. So let's see what happens here. Actually,
La Puglia Guilherme is convincing La Puglia to push. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but they are trying. They know they need to reduce the difference because this difference of 2 minutes and 20 seconds can be good. Can be good.
Yeah, Guilherme knows that they need to start working to close it now. Davi knows that as well. La Puglia, though, I don't know if he's gonna help as much as they would like, though. Let's see. He's now taking his guys to the front.
Who is attacking? No, okay, he's only pacing.
No, he's pacing.
Lapulia should probably take his chances now and rest a bit on the wheels of the leaders. I would do it. I know
mean, it wouldn't be a popular move, but it would certainly benefit him.
Yes, I think the point is if he maintains himself in the wheels of Guilherme and Davi, they will spend their domestics first, and Lapulia will have a numerical advantage going to the last climb. I think that's the move, and I think this is a bad move by Pia for stopping there because he's not going to win anything. He stopped on the group, and he's going to have full bars as the others have, and one less man. So I don't see the move.
If he stopped, I'm pretty sure that he was convinced that if he didn't slow down, he wouldn't get the full bar back.
Yeah, I think he would anyways, because this is a very big
Maybe he was afraid to risk it. That's actually a very interesting question. Why did he stop right there?
So now comes the point. I think the three front really are there to relay with each other. They have nothing to do. So they just can relay with three over these climbs and make it out of the final climb. So it's a very good situation for the people.
It's not a winning gap yet, as there are 3 men versus 9 in the back, and the leaders haven't even started facing themselves, which will eventually come to that. Let's see how this can unfold. I see now that we have Davi and Guilherme working.
The important thing is that behind there everyone is working. That's just not really.
Don't see Lapulia contributing much with work.
It's not what you expect, everyone working behind. Especially Davi really going on it.
I think the breakaway is out. I think they will be catch 1 minute and 30. Doesn't look enough to me, but certainly they need collaboration still. And if it doesn't happen, they are completely out. If they don't collaborate.
Oh, it's starting to look bad. Almost close to 1 minute again. Davi keeping up the hard pace. Lapulia worked very little in that descent even, and he probably has the best energy of the helpers. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
Lapulia also lost with his helpers.
Do you think Davi will try to pass to the top of this climb only with the leader?
I think no.
I don't think so, but I would also not be shocked if he did this at this point.
And
You said only with the leader, you said it. Yeah, only with the leader.
Remember that Pogacar is still on the group, so he can help Shadow when they eventually merge. So it's interesting. And Edox and Shadow are relying on the front. And let us see. This difference is still interesting. 1 minute is still good for now. And for Shadow, maybe even being catch is a good move if he has the domestic and the others have none.
1 minute right now. It's still under control for the peloton. Let's see how much they can.
Pogacar dropped.
Oh,
that is a mistake. I think that's a mistake. Because
mistake.
I think it was just terrible energy management. Oh, and there goes the game.
What is Dembele doing? He also dropped.
Malediction.
I think he stopped to 0 by mistake.
Yeah, I think it seems like a clear accident, and that's gonna cost him. I don't think he's getting back.
Oh, Davi alone.
That means Lapulia and Guilherme have a numerical advantage that could be interesting. Now they could. What if they attack Davi now? What if Guilherme uses this moment to attack Davi?
Wouldn't be shocked. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad move, to be honest. And there he goes. As we speak. Expected. I think that was the expected move here.
Yes, Davi is trying to come back and he's trying strong, but Guilherme move is very, 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 very strong.
A player like Guilherme, as soon as he smells blood, you're pretty damn sure he's gonna go for it, or at least try.
Lapulia should be the one.
The break just needs to fall. If the break, just attain the pace and don't let Guilherme come back. It could be smart because Guilherme will spend a lot of extra.
2.6 kilometers and they're about to get caught. Guilherme's already there.
They have spent way more than Guilherme did. And I think Guilherme now has an advantage over the rest. Also, Lapulia is very well positioned to have a very good result.
Lapulia played the rat game here, let's call it as that, because he never worked as much as the others.
Shadow should try to take the mountain points because it's going to be very important to him. He's going to win KOM if he takes these mountain points, and I think he really should attack for it. Let us see. Let us see if Shadow can do it. He's only pacing for now. He's only pacing, but I think pacing will be enough. He will take the mountain points. Yes.
Yes, okay.
Guilherme takes speed 2, I think. Almost sure. Oh, and Pierre lost his leader. So does Edo.
Not shocked. They
So
were very aggressive. I was expecting this, obviously.
we have the 5 guys that are going to fight for general classification, and we have the 2 guys that have no chance. So, yeah, Davi. It's Davi again. Let us see if Guilherme can make the difference in Valmorel or not. I still think Davi will win the stage.
How they approach the last
all about
climb, the pace they decide to take, the strategy they decide to use there is gonna be very important to set the stage for the ending. Some interesting possibilities here, to be honest.
I don't understand why Shadow is relaying Model Group, to be honest, but okay.
No, I would like to wonder the same as well, because the others aren't gonna get back, and even if they did, they would die at the beginning of the climb anyway.
Well, Shadow certainly tried, and now he's trying again, but he's probably spending too much, and he's going to finish 5th on the stage.
He's going TFT, I think, and I think it will be full back like all the other players.
Maybe, but I don't see the point how he's going anyway. And okay, it's not a lot of money, but still.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting when someone attacks and might get away.
Now they will stop and the group will come back.
Will they just follow?
They will come back, but we all know that they will be dropped long before the end of the climb.
What? Edox attacks?
Acceleration by Krishvik.
Oh, suicide.
Why he needs to try something and Davi maintains space, and the question is, will they start looking at each other?
Edox waited. Edox
here. I don't know also the guys will
Pierre going again as well.
Lapulia now needs to be the smartest. I don't know if the Russian can make it, but he should stay on the wheels and react to Guilherme and Davi. Only to Guilherme and Davi. Everyone else will eventually die.
Oh, Shadow's out.
Shadow's out. Shadow is completely out of stage discussion. What means general classification? Them better.
The front Pierre goes.
Oh, Pierre goes again.
And Adox maintaining his own pace, swerving like no it's land.
Shadow is back.
20 seconds is to get between them. Oops.
Lapulia has all the cards, in my opinion.
It's Davi who is now making the move. Will someone be able to follow him?
7 kilometers to go. Davi ramping up the pace. He gains a small gap. He passes by, flying by Adox. He has Pierre in sight. Guilherme is there trying to get there. Very close, and they will bridge now.
Bridge, and Lapulia is suffering. That is not a very good move for Lapulia, as he should be the one.
So attack now.
Kind of unexpected, yes, but sometimes getting that extra energy is not going to help you if you don't know how to use it.
This is the perfect moment to attack. And yes, Adox knows
and
that.
Adox once again.
Acceleration by
This
Krishvik.
is like the Zomingan trophy that he does this season.
Yes.
we are having fun with only the leaders.
If they start looking to each other.
And now when people ask why are we playing Zomingan, well, here's the answer. It's actually a good training for these situations. And it's fun.
And a Davi attack.
Davi. He's mad. He's
waiting.
Oh, the bear stops. He thought he was there.
Ooh, Guilherme got there a little bit behind on the embarrassment, but now he's
She needs to.
And this is going to, this smells like a win for Davi all the way. And
22 seconds. Davi is ramping up the pace. He's not gonna stop now. 2.8 kilometers to go. Adox is not gonna follow.
I think it's time to say it. Is Davi's masterclass? Is it Davi's masterclass? Yes, it is.
It has everything to be a winning attack. Let's see if Pulia can close the gap, because he's doing Guilherme's work right now. Guilherme's going to take advantage.
You can attack. There he goes. Davi
Clearly,
showed
who are the 3 better players in this lobby?
They clearly are going to sprint for second, as Davi is going to pass the line in first to win. here
And they're
in Valmora.
600 meters, Guilherme is trying, but it's too little, it's too late, and David gets the win. A great
The
attack,
victory
a
today goes to
well-deserved win,
Fabio
and
Aru.
no one had
Look, Lapulia
the
would be
Riders bringing up the rear
energy
have
to
made it
respond.
through sheer willpower.
Second and third
This
to
stage was a real
Lapulia
strength
and
sapper.
Guilherme.
Oh, and
I mean-
Shadow at the last minute manages to catch up with Embarrass.
Yes, but
It's good to
Dembele
see.
is going to
It's always
maintain third
positive.
place. Dembele maintains third place in general classification, what is actually quite interesting for him to pass. I don't think it will be enough, but he still has the third place. But he has no points in the other classifications, so it's going to be very hard for him.
I don't have a current GC because it would be really interesting to see how things are ramping up for the final
I'm going
stage.
to tell you, first place for Davi with a very good advantage over Guilherme. Guilherme will never be able to recover in the last stage, as last stage is not a mountain stage. And Guilherme has P2, clear P2. P3 is to Dembele, P4 is to Lapulia by a small margin. P5 is for Shadow, but Shadow is probably in because he's going to win the mountain classification. And P6 in the general classification is to Pia, and P7 to Edox.
All right. I think the biggest loser, so to speak, obviously, of the stage was Puglia. He had the obligation to have that extra energy. He probably had it at one point. He was not capable of using it, and Davi did the masterclass, as we like to say sometimes.
Very good move by Davi, and very
Now for the race
classic win by
highlights.
Davi.
He knew when to use that energy. He went for it. I knew he wasn't going to stop. It was just a matter to see if any of them could have the same amount of energy and the time to close that gap. They did. Now it was well planned, well executed. Great win.
As I told you, general classification, there goes
Yes.
Dembele's advantage, 20 seconds over Lapulia for P3, but that looks irrelevant to me as Shadow's lead in the mountain classification is huge, is enormous for sure, and is not going to lose it anytime soon. Points is for Davi for now. Guilherme also, they are tied actually, but the advantage of Shadow classification is impossible to recover, and Edox and Dembele takes P4 and P5 so far, what means I actually think if this finish like this, Shadow wins the third place and advances to the
No,
next
I don't think so, because
I think
the third points of general classification gives more than the mountain classification, and the Bev did more better in the three stages than Shadow.
yes, but you also have the sprint classification where he is also ahead of
It is 35 points for the winners of GC, of KOM, and points. Shadow, I believe, has those 35 extra points. With fifth place, 35 points, he does 70. So it's going to depend on the stage results that both him and the fourth place have so far. I don't know how Dember is doing on the points. I know Frabo was talking about it.
Wait. Ooh. Investing. 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 Oh. Oh my god.
Group E is still doing the second to last climb of the third stage. I see two guys with 3 men. That will be the French and the Italian. I don't know who they are at this point. But I see Joe Whiteley with 2 men only. Breaking news, Alvisi seems to be out, at least he said so. So we expect an appeal to come later. Stay tuned for more news.
Seems to be out. Oh my god.
I mean, he said he's out, so we expect an appeal at any point during the rest of the night. As we go into the last 5 kilometers of the second to last climb in Group E, I really don't know who's in front as we are getting the image from the actual player. I don't know who the Italian in the group is, but right now he loses the third man. So does the French. Everyone with 2 guys, I believe. 2.4 kilometers to go. No one's making a move yet. There's already a break of 2 men in the front with 1 minute advantage. As we wait for the final stage to begin in Group A, where it is looking really good for Davi. It's looking really good for Guilherme as well. And we're waiting to see who gets the third spot and who will at least try to have a chance to be one of the lucky losers in fourth place. And the stage is about to begin in Group A. So we will follow that action now.
Matthias Franck goes onto the attack. Swift acceleration by Stefan Kung.
He's off on his own. The team sponsor won't be disappointed.
Agree.
As the stage begins, we already have here on the move with 3 guys. Identify them. I know I may have passed by them, but I could not see them all. Okay, there we go. Interesting calm position, but only 22 seconds. Dembele was leading the charge. Now it's Shadow putting Tratnik to work. 25 seconds though. It's a third cat here, so I don't think it's be.
I'm
Yes?
back. I'm back, Sean. Sorry for being a bit out.
No worries. I've been. May I say
I'm
this
going that
stage
way.
is like obvious, short and punchy.
What's there? I'm leaving, by the way.
See, obvious.
See you.
Good night. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I
man.
get it, because I'm not.
Oh, and we have news. The pressure destroyed. The champion Pithy is out of the tour's second round. So he's out of classics. He's out of tour and he's out of inline. Terrible. Terrible.
Is it pressure or is he unable to keep up to some of the new riders? I don't know which group was his.
He lost 1 minute and 15, finishing behind Grandpa. Don't tell me. And Marcel G and Bernd and Frico and Ivar and Paulby and Janu. He finished behind everyone. Don't tell me this is
The fast pace at the front is too much for several riders.
but the quality is not that bad. It's just
No.
the pressure is destroyed.
Yes. When you finish behind Grandpa by 1:15, definitely something must have happened, and pressure might be the main case going on here. I wouldn't call finishing behind Janu or Ivar as bad, but when you mention Marcel and Grandpa, yeah, we know that something went very wrong for him, and that mentally he's not in the right place when it comes to the competition part right now. That's 3-0-4-3 for him.
It's terrible news all over the place, and we have Bithi out of everything, Alepere out of everything. So
Well, he never even started to begin with.
Of course, Alepere was not even around and is out of everything. What actually means we are going to see how the Spaniards recover from their two biggest assets being out of every competition.
Well,
in
that regard, with you being an expert in the Spanish competitors, do you think that there's anyone left that can actually save their honor?
Of course. First of all, Aquarius is
Aquarius is the obvious choice, but aside him, do you think that there's anyone else?
Also in classics.
Yes, aside of Aquarius, only in classics. Oh, yeah, Miru can do something, but in classic.
No, I was asking for real players, actually.
Yeah, no, but
no, I'm kidding.
No, Miru is very strong. Remember it.
No, I'm joking, man.
Miru, I don't think Miru can get a medal in anything besides classics, but in classics,
perhaps on the time trials he can get a bronze or silver.
Certainly. But Pithi is also in the time trials and is one of the favorites, so we can't forget about him there. But talking about real world, not shitty things that doesn't count for anything.
Yes, exactly.
I think classics can be a medal either for. I don't know. Several people can get a gold medal from Spain in classics. We can talk.
I have to be honest here. I don't think anyone's gonna care that much about classics this year because round one was a disaster. It really ruined the field of players left. Loads of the favorites just went out, and I would say not even by their own fault. It is what it is. So I guess the main focus.
I think, but certainly, but that's something that happens all years. It's not.
No. Yes. That's something that happens all years. Just not like this, and not by this reason.
Yeah, but so in classics, of course, there are a lot of Spanish players that can take medals because basically, not anyone, but almost anyone can take medals there. So we can see. I can see.
I think it's extremely hard to predict classics.
I can see
Miru
getting. I can see Raul getting it.
Yeah, definitely.
I can see Alberto getting it. Everything can happen there. In tour and inline, by other hand, it's quite difficult to see a Spaniard getting.
I think Miru.
I think Miru is a very good tactical.
I know it's hard to predict classics, but I think Miru has a genuine shot of getting a medal, especially after some of the favorites dropped in the round one.
Well, we are certainly going to. It's not the end of PCM Spain. PCM Spain has a lot of players.
I would like to remind all of our viewers that that PCM Spain still has their biggest assets in competition, which are Gifiti and Frabo.
I thought yes, Gifiti and Frabo, the two biggest players of PCM Spain, will certainly represent higher and take some medals for the team.
Indeed.
And the PCM Spain will be grateful and put finally a Twitter giving us a tweet. I mean, saying that Gifiti and Frabo, they are honored to have Gifiti and Frabo in their community.
Will it be a Mickey Mouse tweet though?
No, it's not going to be Mickey Mouse. I think it's Miro Rivera, the one that is posting the tweets in the last few days. So
that explains a lot.
It's certainly Mickey Mouse. But
that explains a lot. Yes.
Yes, it's Mickey Mouse. But still, I think it would be interesting to see the names of Gifiti and Frabo highlighted. I support.
I mean, I hope you guys do well. I wish you the best of luck. I think it would be actually very fun to see.
I don't have any personal interest on that, but I think for the community it would be good that I won a medal on road.
oh, naturally you don't have any interest on that, but if it comes, sure.
Yes. It's not. I would do it for the community.
The stage ended in Group E. Stage 3, Yai's got the win, Joe Whiteley second place. I did not see the GC. Should be fun to see how this group ends as well.
Well, there are people. Okay.
There's a rider trying to break away from the bunch.
We have breaking news. I want to get this up there as soon as possible, as I think this is one of the best decisions that has been made recently. The organization has now confirmed that in case Guy Fitti wins a World Championship medal on road, that competition will be declared void because it would be a game that is too bugged.
I would remember my colleagues in the organization of the Champions League that I have more road medals than them all combined. Just for
I mean, if you're counting Mickey Mouse playoff medals, sure.
No. I'm counting only road medals in World Championships. I have one, they have 0 combined, so yeah, I'm certainly better than no more.
Okay, is that a bronze medal, by the way?
Yes, it's a bronze medal in ITT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
you won did win a bronze medal.
Wait, Robert. He won a bronze medal in a discipline that he called shit and said that doesn't matter 5 minutes ago, but he brags about it.
No, but it mattered in 2017. Now it's just I got a medal on ITT because I had the wind in favor in the final in 2018. And I had the wind totally in favor in the first, and I did second and fourth in the stage, and everyone else was just far behind besides Hulicles, so I get the win.
By the way, I'm also being informed that there will be a request soon done to the IMA to void several of the past World Championships results that have been found later on to be invalid, like the Mickey Mouse result of Alvisi getting a bronze medal with his Alp. So let's see how that develops.
And the Group B is finished. Campione Regionale wins last stage as he won 2 stages, and he qualifies as Leo Falandri wins general classification. Campione Regionale is second, that's 46 seconds. More than 3 minutes away is the cycling manager. 3 minutes and a half for Stiglia. 5 minutes for So, 7 minutes for Alberto, not a very good performance, and Tuku finishes 30 minutes away. So,
oh my God.
I think
is not another performance
also points classification goes to Campione Regionale with Leo Falandri second and the cycling manager third, what means the cycling manager officially qualifies for the next round with Campione and Leo Falandri.
So now I want to speak about
to Steiner. Yes, it's to Steiner.
We have a press.
Who should piss
I'm sorry, we have a press TM moment. I cannot let this slide by. With this gap, says our dear president, I guess Gruppo Leo Campione was Special Olympics.
Yes.
I mean, 30 minutes. Was he drunk?
That doesn't surprise me.
Why is Shadow pacing also behind?
I will remember that a very experienced player like Alberto finished 7 minutes away of Leo Falandri and Campione Regionale in the group. So it was certainly not a very good day for the Spaniards. He finished 7 minutes back and Tuku 13 minutes back. So I think it was not the best day for the Spaniards. Pitti is also out. So I think the Spaniards are doing a really historical in every group. So
Gabe, do you remember the end of Alberto last World Champion?
Yes.
How he ended the last World Champion?
In Tour, you mean?
No, in
overall, I don't know, but
he got banned.
guys, since Pifi is out in all 3 road events that matter, can we now call him Choke Pifi? So
I think we will have to do a special episode about this in one of our next streams, because this is quite the story we need to talk about. Yes, indeed.
And in our future, that is coming soon, Netflix series Ride to Survive, Block to Survive actually is the official name of the series. Pithi is going to have a special episode about how ridiculous he played in this World Championship.
Also, I'm being informed that Naibo Quintana is going to make some statements and a special participation on that series about Pihi.
And I think there is a lot still to see here happening, but in this But I think the groups are getting decided by who is better, except for the Spaniards that are getting destroyed today.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about serious things because you touched a very good point right there. Today, the groups are being decided mostly. There are always exceptions, people that underperform, obviously, but today, skill is dictating the winners. Classics, this was not the case. Should we expect Tour to continue to deliver at this level and be the main competition that we all hope it is?
Mainly, I think so, and I think let me just tell that PCM Spain still has a good chance tomorrow of showing with Aquarius and Frabo and Gifiri, very good players. And there goes Guilherme for the intermediate sprint.
Gifiri, a very good player.
But
I think you have. I don't understand your ego now.
What?
I don't understand your ego now. You said you have a good, very good player on the road.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking, of course.
Okay.
Gifiti is actually going to be one of the PCM Spain's main assets now. As PCM Spain turns to the future, they realize that Frabo, Gifiti, and Miro are their main cards to play. So I guess there will be some kind of internal war before the World Championships are over.
Or they understand that Gifiri doesn't matter because he's going to be a doctor, so he's not going to have time to play PCM anymore. So they probably should bet on Frabo that has a lot of free time to play. And so yeah, and we have in this group we are not commentating so far, but we have a 1 minute advantage by Reichenbach. Leader of Pia is going alone, so Pia trying to get to general classification in long way attacks.
Edox, Spirit move for Edox.
Yes, Edox is trying, and so does Dembare. Immediate by Dembare and Lepulia too. No one is going to let poor Pia to win this stage and to have a chance of getting back on the
this is one of those stages where no one's going to win the GC, but if you make a mistake, you might actually lose it, so let's see.
Well, it certainly can happen. There is someone in the back of the group that already dropped, don't know who, is trying to maintain himself in the 1 minute margin. I don't know
who you should beat. Okay, if there is not a gap, then Bev will qualify.
15 kilometers to the finish line.
Yes, it's and that was what I said. I don't think, even if Lapulia wins the stage, I don't think he has a chance, right?
14.2 kilometers to go, 38 seconds. Everyone ramping up the pace, trying to end the breakaway before the downhill begins.
Very good mountain points for Pia. Amazing.
Yes.
What a result. There he goes. Another second category taken.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
You know how the saying goes? I have no idea how it's said in English, but how is it in English? Oh, I can't remember, but I think he's valuing every point to the extreme at this point.
Yeah. I think too. And now he attacks. Now he's trying to go with two men, and then Barre, if he is smart, should do the same and try to go.
This is a perfect chance to try it now.
And he's attacking.
There goes Dembare. This is a very good move by Dembare.
Davi is paying attention, responds immediately. Let's see if they can get the gap or not. It's not looking likely. Downhill begins, 12 seconds. There they go. Davi leading the charge. Guilherme close to him as well, and Shadow, I believe.
8 kilometers, but this flat will kill Dembare. It's a shame. If it was 1 kilometer.
No, I don't think the flat will kill him.
No, it's not over. It's not over. He has some room to get some.
Oh, I think the room is created. The room is created. Could be. It could
Tim
be.
Tim Wallon's the text. Anyone mail? Let's see it.
Dembare.
Is Dembare mine? I can't.
Betting his house on the stage win, and let's see if he can keep that gap. But Guilherme finally responding. Davi as well. They go desperately. They have 10 seconds.
I think it's a win for Dembare. I think it's a win.
1.3 kilometers, but let's see. They're really close. I think Dembare might have it here. Dembare has it here. Let's see. He's gonna sprint. Is it the 1-2? Is it the 1-2?
His aim was to win it.
A 1.
1-3 and second for Pierre, and we have
The
Be there
race is
fourth,
run, but the
Shadow
poor
fifth.
souls bringing up the rear
Yes.
continue to
That'll
cross the
be
line.
the
Very
only
good move by
Bit of a
Dembele.
knock for the
I
morale.
saw the moment and I told this is the moment Dembele should attack.
Yeah, we were actually talking about it, and I said I remember saying it's now or never, and he actually went for it. Great result, great win. I think that this might qualify him.
It takes 10 seconds of bonification. He's completely in, of course. And I don't think there will be differences in the final stage, to be honest, in time. I think they will give the same time to everyone.
Yeah, that's what I want to see because we
But
know how this can work.
he finishes third
It's
on
in
the
such
general
percentages
classification.
that
He
the
takes the
strongest can
stage, so of
create some
course he's
gaps.
in. Nobody's going to try to recover this distance, I think. And I think P4 will actually go to Roglic and Shadow. What means Shadow will probably
We're hearing
qualify,
over the
as he
radio that
has
a
a
rider
lot
has
of points
given
with
up.
winning KOM and finishing top 5 in several stages.
What's his GC position? Fifth?
I think it was fifth. Yes, fifth.
I have some
Because
doubts there.
La Puglia takes P4.
I have some doubts here. Let me check my notes. Hold on. So Dembele gets 70 points. A stage win makes 90 points. Probably some good other results he might have had. So right there he has around 100 points, and Shadow with 35 points. The KOM that's 70 points.
The riders are
It's
going
going
through a
to
very
depend
tough
on what he
portion
did
with
on stages.
percentages above 10%.
So, Group H is also finished. Swagson wins the group. 8 seconds only difference with Finn. Borgerstein finishes third. Amazing, surprising.
Okay, I just want to say something. When I say Group X is the one you want to stream, listen to me. That would have been a great group to stream. This was also a good one.
Here are the race highlights.
Actually, Tutua takes P3 overall because he takes mountain climbs, but still Borgerstein finishes P3. Amazing.
Oh my.
If you know, the third place gives 70 points, but in the mountain classification gives only 35.
Yes,
So,
that's what I'm saying. There's a real chance at this moment, unless Shadow did well in stages and got like a secondary place in the points jersey, there's a good chance that he's out despite his work for the KOM. Let's see.
oh, he's out. He's out. Sure. He's out. True.
Well, certainly interesting.
As I'm going to keep an eye on Joe Whiteley's group, 5 men in the front with a 31 second distance, second to last climb, 39 kilometers to go, sorry.
I was still watching what is.
We have Christopher Froome and Stephen Cummings. They were in the front, they were caught now. There's the yellow jersey as well, who I have no idea who it is. We haven't been following this group, obviously, so we'll try and see if we can find out more info.
Yes, still the leader. Oh my god. Roman Zakavin and Piano, Ulissi, Grassi. Joe, is this a desperate move for Roman Joe or not?
We are also waiting for interviews as soon as we can, but right now we are taking a look to inform our viewers of what will happen in Group E. I don't know if EMEA has the ability to put that on the IMA stream. It would be cool so that our viewers could watch. It would be just rehosting Joe Whiteley.
Guys, do you have other information about Joe Whiteley's group or not?
I'm sending the link to EMEA. Hold on. No, we do not have more info at this point, as it is a group that is being streamed by a player. So naturally, it's going to be there's going to be a lot of focusing on his point of view, and we also haven't been following it. So we'll try to see what we can find out here as it goes.
Is he not pacing now? Joe sprinting for the Bad move.
7 kilometers for the intermediate sprint. Christopher Froome is in front with 2 other guys.
I mean, how many men has Rossi?
It's 2 leaders at least, probably 3 there. I didn't see if the third one was a. Yeah. We are now live in the IMA stream for our viewers to also follow with us the ending of Group E, where big favorite of the group, Joe Whiteley, is right now in the front. He still has Stephen Cummings in the chasing group to help him if they get caught.
We are going to get
Meanwhile,
Colby on the interviews.
okay, as we keep watching this group, let's start with the interviews then.
Let me interview Colby in
Yes,
Spanish
please,
because he
please.
feels more comfortable with it.
Yes, of course.
Hola,
Please.
Colby.
Bueno, David,
Pues cuéntanos, ¿qué pasó en tu grupo?
pues la verdad, la carrera fue totalmente marcada por aquí por el amigo Marcel, creo que está aquí presente.
Ujú.
Fue una carrera bastante controlada en la primera etapa, o sea, en la segunda etapa, y al final se resolvió en un sprint en el que fui tercero, perdí 30 segundos. En la segunda etapa ahí me fui en fuga con Jan Nou y con Frico.
Ujú.
Y al sprint pues segundo al mismo tiempo y me coloqué ya segundo a la general, y en la tercera etapa se dio desde el principio y pues era juego psicológico, hacer que el líder gastase, pasar los huecos, nos quedamos él y yo solos atrás. Él estaba tirando mucho más fuerte que yo y se quedó sin barras. Me fui y hasta meta. El sprint, pues mira, lo perdí, no ganó ninguna etapa en este tour, pero primero de la montaña, primero de la general, empatado puntos al primero en puntos, no está mal.
Okay, so we basically said that the stages were controlled by Marcel, that is also here for interview next, and the stages were controlled by him by pushing and don't allowing any breaks. And Palvi took, and the second stage was a sprint. Palvi took the second place in the general classification, 30 seconds behind the leader, and then in the third stage he recovered a lot of the distance with the leader, pushing. No, the third stage they went together. Sorry, and the fourth stage he played only against the leader, and he broke him because he needed to push way harder than the leader. They both stayed on the back. They both were dropped, and then the leader needed to work a lot. The leader was out. Who was the leader? Parvi, sorry, I.
No sé
¿Quién era el líder? Yanu.
Yanu, no sé. Sí.
Yes,
Bueno,
Yanu was the leader, and Yanu was dropped, and Palvi managed the bars way better and broke him at the end. So Palvi won general classification.
I'm going to interrupt you there just for a second. 2.2 kilometers to go. There is an attack. Francesco Grassi, Joe Whiteley trying to follow. 1.1 kilometers to go. They are going to sprint. It's a 5-man sprint. Grassi is about to take it though. They're not making it on time.
He takes
it. Kingmaker second and Joe Whiteley third. Yes, back to Yugi.
Ok, vale, Parvi. ¿Ha sido tu primera victoria en una clasificación general de Tour en un mundial?
Sí, de hecho sí.
Palvi is very happy because it was the first win of himself in a general classification in Tour. So thank you, Palvi.
Congratulations, Palvi.
Congratulations for your first win.
Palvi.
So, hello, Marcel. Are you here?
Yes.
Hasta luego, chavales.
Okay, you can answer in English, or is it a problem to do the questions in English? You can.
Okay. I tried.
Okay, no problem. If you need something, I can try German, but I can't promise anything. So, tell us? Palvi told that you pushed very high, very strong in the group to have no breakaways in the first and second stage. Why did he do that?
I have to try to be another place seal and to surprise the another players.
Yes, certainly you did. And what was your position on the general classification?
I was the last one with 4 seconds of the 7th place.
Okay, 4 seconds away of 7th place. Okay, and so this is your first World Championship. What are you thinking about the experience?
On the first stages and in inline and classic, I was very offensive. But on the tour, I will say I have another playstyle and my experience are good from this World Championship, but from the road, the track comes.
Okay, thank you a lot, Marcel, and good luck in the next things. And see you in also in other competitions that I am sure you are going to participate next season. So thank you for being here.
Yes, thanks.
Okay.
Group E results dictate that Yais takes first place of GC, 45 seconds behind his Kingmaker, 56 seconds behind Joe Whiteley, 1 minute in fourth place Francesco, Amigo Man fifth, Matu sixth, Joe Whiteley getting only third here. Is it a surprise?
Can I describe the vibe of that of this stage?
Joe Whiteley wins points as well. I'm not sure about KOM. I think so. Not sure. He's definitely true, but it wasn't an easy day at the office for him. I hope we can hear him at some point.
If I want to say a thing, I think Grassi was in the last mountain was the one with with more energy. I'm sure of that. And he attacked, but he attacked with not a lot of conviction, because if he believed more in that, I think he could maybe win with a gap. So I'm very disappointed for him because he's my friend, and I think he's out, right?
And he's a good guy. Well, possibly because the third place Joe Whiteley snatches KOM and
LMAO. He got ruined by his own poor stage selection. Lol.
All right, Joe. First of all, congratulations on passing. I see that you won points and KOM. So with the third place in GC, that should be more than enough. Tell us about the group. What happened? What went wrong for you? Because only third place, almost 1 minute behind. It seems it wasn't an easy day at the office, or that you just chose to focus on the secondary classifications.
Stage
Joe,
one.
give me just a moment, Joe. I'm just going to say goodbye and thank you all for being here. I see you in the tomorrow. Okay, goodbye. Good night.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, Joe, carry on.
Stage one, team time trial. Kingmaker doing Kingmaker stuff. I kind of made a mistake in the team time trial. I only lost 6 seconds to Jice in second, obviously 21 seconds to Kingmaker. Stage two, just your general mountain sprint. I sent it my own stream. I should have remembered that on the outdoors sprint in the last kilometer, there is actually a hidden like 0% gradient, so it like speeds up your rider. So it's actually more beneficial to go early in the sprint because, well, randomly in the climb there's a 0% part. I don't know why, but yeah. So Jice went early in the sprint and obviously won the sprint doing that, and then Francesco and me in second and third. Stage three was very, very, very funny. Up the Col de Granon, me and Jice had, when Jice attacked, then I attacked. We both had a minute and a half, with very, very similar domestics at our disposal to the guys behind. I used 2 of my riders to pace to maintain our advantage at 1 minute and a half. Jice didn't pace. Joyce did not take one single turn. So by the time my rides were like on the edge of dying, I had to slow up, and Joyce just literally slowed it with me, so we got caught. So then from then onwards, because I invested a lot into that move, I had to then play defensively on the last parts. And then on the penultimate climb, Giant attacks again. Everyone has 2. Instead of Francesco Grassi, he has 3 because he's been wheel sucking the whole stage. He's been letting the guys who are 3 minutes down pace for him. And guess what? He allows Gice a 1 minute advantage over the top of the climb because he doesn't pace, he's sleeping. So then Gice wins. I'm perfectly fine with Gice winning because I already know Kingmaker's through at this point. Likely Gice is going to be through because, well, Grassi was sleeping. And then in stage 4, yet again, Francesco's sleeping. I'm taking every single KOM point like it's flipping Christmas to secure the K, because I didn't actually have many KOM points. I was like 4th in the KOM jersey before the final stage, and I now ended up on 80 points, way ahead of second. Francesco's sleeping. I'm taking bonus seconds. I'm taking intermediate sprints with my leader. Francesco's sleeping. So not only am I winning the points jersey, I'm winning the KOM. Stage 3, I'm 5th in the points jersey and 4th in the KOM jersey. How have I managed to win both? Because of stage 4. And then even though Francesco wins the stage, because Jice decided to drop the wheel for some strange reason. I don't know why you dropped the wheel, but Francesco wins the stage in the Mickey Mouse sprint, and guess what? He would have actually been through on the bonus seconds at the end, but because I was actually proactive in taking the intermediate sprints, he's packing his bags and he's going back to fucking next year's World Cup. See you later, mate.
You said that you got screwed by his own stage selection.
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
Because the time gaps, he was never ever going to get a time gap because he attacked over that little climb. I was like trying to just pace. I was nearly dead because I was going for the KOMs and intermediate sprints on the stage. Jice then drops. He was in Francesco's wheel when Francesco attacked. So obviously, like anyone else would do, you just sit in Jice's wheel because, well, everyone's following the attacks. Jice then drops the wheel. He goes like 0 for some stupid reason. Francesco actually has a gap, but because Francesco is Francesco, he picks a stage where there's corners. So when there's corners, everyone catches back up again. So he actually fucked himself by because he didn't get a time gap on stage 4 because the stage finish was horrendous. So he actually screwed himself in that sense. So that's what I meant by that.
So do you think Francesco lost an opportunity to attack you?
Well, the only one time he attacked me, Jice dropped the wheel, so he actually had a gap, but he did it too late. He left it until like the last 10k to attack.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to interrupt you real quickly just to start giving some results. Round 1, Tour Group C. First results confirmed. Gabi takes the win, 285 points. The Tank second, 190. Copy third, 110. Hillings fourth, 82. Husted fifth, 72. Then Stein, 52. Jeffrey last place with 10. Please carry on.
I answered your question.
I mean, the attack of Francesco was wasn't very convincing, I think, because he attacked.
I mean, he was sleeping all 4 stages and he paid for it. He paid for it.
What do you think was the reason of him sleeping? Overconfidence? I don't know what.
I mean, I could have actually put it to the jury, but there's no point because I'm not going to be that type of person to put something to the jury. We're going over the top of the climb. Everyone's in the same group, and he just puts his riders on like effort cursor 30 to on purpose create the gap, and then he just.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you say it again? I didn't.
He's put his full train of 3 riders on effort cursor like 20 or 30. I don't know because obviously I can't see his bars. Completely slowed up. We're literally like not at the back of the group. We're like in the middle of the group. Just our 2 trains were in the middle of the group because quite a few rides were dropped. and he literally just slows up completely over the top of the climb. You know where the KOM is. So you imagine you've got the guys who are like 3 minutes down. So Matu, Amigo Man, they're going for the KOM. Kingmaker's
So
obviously following them, and then this
do you
Rossi dropping the wheel on post to try and make me. Well, I don't know what he was doing. Clearly didn't work.
do you think that recent disagreements that you had, not serious things, but things about stages and such, might mean that Rossi tried to outright hurt your chances?
I mean, if that was the case, that's sad. I mean, it's funny as well because, well, clearly it didn't work. But
Clearly, it did not work.
I'm just more bothered because he shouldn't be doing his own race. He shouldn't be focused on everyone else. He shouldn't be trying to hinder other people's race. He just needs to focus on his own race. You know, the normal thing to do when you've got 3 riders and someone's got 2, and they've been attacking for the past 40 kilometers with, well, Jai's tagging along. You just use the rider. You don't instead, with that extra rider, purposely go stupidly slow to then create the gap to then try and make me pace. No, it doesn't work like that. He didn't deserve to go. He didn't deserve to go through.
I remember that I was talking to some of the guys here from the organization of the broadcasting, and I remember I suggested groups H and E because there was possibility for competition and drama. I see there was definitely drama there. I guess it is to be expected at several points of the World Championship. My question now is, you still have a long way to go, but do you think that you can get the gold finally here in these World Championships?
No.
Me, of course not.
No.
Of course not, Frabo. Please elaborate.
No, he doesn't need to.
We are talking about who?
Yeah, we don't need to elaborate. It's fairly.
You are talking about who?
Me.
Okay, you.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly, if I have to be honest, I think you have more possibilities in inline than in two.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you on that.
Well, I'm speaking in general. One medal, regardless of where it is, do you think there's no actual
I mean,
real chance?
it's round one. It's round one. I mean, it's miles away. Even though I did say on stream that round one is actually, in my opinion, harder than round 2 and 3 because of the way it's played in round 1. When you're the favourite in the group and everyone's finding it hilarious to try and get you out of the race, well, so it's going to be a little bit harder. Whereas when you actually have a group of people who just want to race, there's nobody there trying to fuck over your race, so it's actually nicer to play.
All right, thank you, Joe. We're gonna listen to Swagston now. Good night, Swagston.
Good night.
I haven't seen what? Sorry.
It's good evening, not good night.
No, it's not. It's already night. You twat.
No, but you start the conversation by saying good evening.
No, I don't.
What do they say in Portugal?
I know what he's doing here. I'm not gonna bother responding. Hi, Swags. I heard that it was kind of an easy day at the office for you. Want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was just one of those evenings where it more or less fell into, like, I had to say, like, it was interesting. Like, it wasn't necessarily all, like, everyone is sitting back doing nothing. It was more.
I mean, I see here 3 out of 4 stage wins, so I don't think it was that hard.
Yeah, it was quite proactive. Like, Cobra was team attacking had literally was team attacking. I mean, he basically caught Val syndrome.
I think I did.
I think stage 3. It was stage 3. I think it was. Yeah, stage 3. He truly made it work. I think. Stage 1 was not a good TTT. Like, I didn't get the strategy fully right, but just about got the win. Just about. And then after that, like, the good thing was because myself and Finn were in a similar time. It was almost a case of we can control it and we can go through. Like we didn't have to I think between the pairs there wasn't any like looking about. It was just get to the job at hand, make sure we get through, and yeah, we did that quite well. Even though in stage 3, like Mulder, Tutor, and Cobra all went into the break and went aggressive, but we were able to catch them out. And in the end, it was more of like, I mean, it wasn't just 2 mountain splits and TTT, but got the job done. Oh, and stage 4's finish is not fun. Like it is down. It's like get to the top of the uncategorized bump, and then hope you're at the front. If you're not at the front, I mean, say goodbye to any hope you have of winning this stage.
I can see that Mulder won it, so wondering.
It was pure positioning. Like he was at the front, and he basically won. Like you've got to be at the front on that last.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, please.
Just whilst we're on the topic of the stage finishes. Do you know how we call it Daniel Mikoing when people are chasing breaks? Can we call it Francesco Grassing when a bad stage is picked?
When what's there? Oh, yes. I mean, that would be an interesting trend to adopt. I want to thank you both and congratulate you both. One final question for you, Swaxon. I know this was tour day, but the question that is on everyone's mind right now is: can you be the guy to overthrow Huli Cools in TT and or ITT?
I mean, it's going to be tough. It is absolutely going to be a tough one. It is. Like we all know his quality, and it's just brutal. Like it's not even just a case of it's he's like one set of like sort of TTT stage or ITT stage he's good at. It's the whole range it is, and I think having that all-round ability makes it really tough to beat.
All right, it surely will be a very rough task. I wish you the best of luck. I wish both of you the best of luck in the upcoming competitions, and congratulations on both of you for passing.
Thank
you.
As we're going to, before finally closing the stream, we're going to finally review all the results and then call it a day. Group A, the one we were streaming, Davi wins 241 points. Guilherme second, 195. I watched part of the group as I obviously wasn't here since the beginning due to personal reasons. I think both of them, both Davi and Guilherme, played tremendously well, and I would say that if there was a man of the match award to be given here, I think they could share it definitely. Then Barrett third, 126. Shadow fourth by 4 points, only 122. Then we have Puglia, Pier 36, Adox 16 in last. Group B, we see. Actually, we don't see anything yet. It's interesting, no classification. So we're going to move to C that I think I already announced earlier. Indeed, where Gabby, the tank, and copy pass. Hillings fourth place, 82 points might not be enough. Let's see if there was already a score for Group D. There is. Tuanu won 256 points. Comfortable win over Tiho, 160. Third place, AS Gaming 145. Fourth place, Mariano 98. Mendes only 67 points. Then Tomás, the Portuguese, got 65 points. Lani 10. Amigo Manji 0 points. I don't even know if he played at this point. I know he did, but that's a very bad outcome for him. Hope he does better in the future. As we look for Group E to see if there's already a points tally, there is not yet. Let's move to Group F. I believe there is no tally yet as well. So we look at G. Group G is closed. Mickey Mouse wins with 201 points. Failed Pixel second with 170. And by Mickey Mouse, I mean Zapata. That's how his name is literally written in the GC given by the Orga. Second place is Failed Pixel 170. Third place Daniel 136. Fourth, Nacho 127, then Ruben with 71 points only. Tails, Capsunax, and Messi close the standings. Group H, We already talked about it here. Swaxon, comfortable win, 256 points. Finn doing another great performance, second place, 190. Burgerstein definitely gets to do a good result here, third place, 110. Tutor 97 is fourth, then Cobra 67, Molde 56, Solipri 25, and Ren 0. And last but not least, let's see if we have results for Nathan's group. We do not have them yet. However, I can say that the GC is, I believe, already posted. So let's look at it. Slobby won the GC. Nathan second at 34 seconds. Tetrixnet third. Grootmeister fourth behind Tetrixnet, which ends up being kind of a surprise, to be honest. Matteo Alvisi was not strong, and we do not expect this group to be closed until an appeal is done. Sixth is Mentes, Van Skirgen seventh, Psychover eighth. We want to remind everyone that tomorrow is tour day 2. I will be back to racing as well. I do not know if I will be in the booth or not, as in the last time, but regardless, I'm pretty sure that an awesome team will be here as always. I hope to see you all there. I want to thank everyone that was here for the interviews, everyone that was here for the comments, all of you watching. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. And I, yes, Waxon?
Oh, yep, Group F confirmation.
In the Group F?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see it before closing the stream. Palby was not blocked and gets 255 points. Janus second, 210, decently close fight. Frico third, 1-2. Ivor ends being up one of the disappointments of the day, 96 points. Might be enough for lucky loser, depending on what goes on tomorrow. P, he continues his downfall. He's out in 3 out of 3 road events, inline, classics, and now tour. He gets 67 points. Bert and 60. Grandpa does 10 points, and Marcel does 6. So that was a very interesting night. We have Joe Whiteley's group. Is first, 246. Joel second, 185. Kingmaker third, 165. Rossi fourth, 110. That's definitely a result that might put him in. Amigo Benji 59 and Matu 26. That was Group F. And let's see if they already closed the last one that was missing. Not yet. So we are gonna say goodbye. As I was saying, good night to everyone. Thank you all for being here. The ones that helped in the comments, the ones in doing the interviews, all of you watching. We hope that you all join us tomorrow for the final day of Tours Round 1, where we expect more drama, more great racing, more shocking
and of course, more Daniel Miko.
And of course, more Daniel Miko, or less Daniel Miko if possible, would be awesome. So let's pray for that. Let's hope for that. And let's see what kind of drama tomorrow will bring. Good night to all. Thank you for watching.